Hello, this is Longest Day, and we're looking at the Spring Game 2016. It's the second series, or part two, looking at the next set of drives from the gold and white. And we'll go ahead and look at the gold here. You can see that this A back has moved over on this side. We have a sort of almost like that four linebacker setup that we traditionally see against some offenses in the past. Well, we'll go ahead and start this play, and you'll notice that A-back's going to motion over right here. And so what this could be, he could keep going around. It could be a rocket toss in this direction. It could actually go in this direction. He could be a lead blocker. But we'll go ahead and see what happens here, and it goes back into this direction. So if we watch what happens right here, watch to the defensive back here is going to follow him over, and he sets up. And I don't know. Perhaps the defense has played our offense enough. You can see that this linebacker is going to step onto the outside like he knows what's coming. Um, he steps to the outside. Perhaps he's calling for this right here. You see him clapping, and this guy goes to the inside. And we'll go ahead and follow this play. And it looks like we're reading something down the line. I know Tevin and JT both. If it's going to be just a pure give, it's normally looking back. In this case, it looks like he's reading down the line. Now, if it's a midline, I expect someone to be unblocked. But you can see right here, this guy is definitely being blocked. This guy is being blocked. Could be just a straight dive. Um, perhaps we're reading this whatever this linebacker is doing, and it's supposed to be a give if this guy goes to the outside. I'm not exactly sure exactly what this play is, but we'll go ahead and follow it through. We can see we don't win the line of scrimmage. If this was a midline, this guy is going for the B-back right here, and so he would keep the ball, although this guy right here would pretty much ensure that it wouldn't go very far. Look right here, this A-back is not really blocking anybody. You expect him to kind of go back and block here. So something doesn't look right 100%. So I think they end up just running the same play again. Let's watch. Now there's no motion here. This guy is not motioning back over. So we're going to go ahead and run it. You do have a blitzing linebacker right here. So let's see how it looks now. Now, something I've never seen before is his A-back actually picks up the blitzing linebacker. So does a great job right there. He's going for the B-back anyway. So we end up pulling the ball. Let's see, is anybody, this guy right here is blocked. Looks like we at least try to chip him right there. So he's not unblocked. This guy is being blocked. So if you remember last time, this guy came around the edge right here, and he's not. He's kind of running to the inside. But we have the ball, and I do believe the ball is supposed to be ran in this direction right here, but it's not open. He sees the person in this, and you can see right here he tries to go to the outside, so does the other person, and we try to make it to the edge, don't quite make it to the edge, ends up being second or third and 7. All right, this ends up being, I believe, a pass play. So we'll look at our pass blocking here. See right here, everybody's engaged. We are going to pick up this linebacker right here. Does he get by him? No, he doesn't get by him. We have our B-back stepping up. It's going to try to block this linebacker if he tries to come through. It's actually pretty decent pass protection. Let's see who normally makes it by. This guy right here is usually pretty good. Looks like he's not trying to push through. He's just trying to plug the holes. Does a great job of getting his hand up. Doesn't quite get to the ball. But if you look right here, I think we give it away from the very beginning. He's looking in this direction the whole time. In fact, you'll watch, everybody's running into this direction. And this guy actually, because of he's staring down his target the whole time, ends up could be wide open down the seam right here. Would have been pretty. But looks him down, throws the ball. Since he's looking him down, this guy's already breaking on the ball and ends up getting there. They're both going for the ball same time. Tips it, ends up being an interception. Great work. Brings it on back, doesn't quite make the touchdown, but gets him down within 10 yards. All right, so here's the white chance to shine. Let's see what happens. I think we know what happens if you've been to the spring game, if you watched the spring game. But we'll break it down to see what we know went right or wrong. Here we are in this same setup. We're split out again versus the A-back being over here. We'll go ahead and start this. He's going to run over. Remember last time he stopped and went back in this direction when the gold was playing? Well, this time it's going to keep going through. And it's going to be like a counter. So it's like you fake the handoff to the B-back and you counter and go the opposite direction. Here we have Will pulling. Let's see what happens here. He gets on his guy pretty good. The safety is running up really hard right here. We do have a blocker for him. So both of these guys are engaged. I'm not sure who the option guy is supposed to be. It might have supposed to been this linebacker right here. Linebacker takes himself out of the play. So if I had to guess, this guy's supposed to be blocked, this guy's supposed to be blocked. JT's supposed to keep it, but instead of running this way, he tries to cut back to the inside, and it's sealed. You have this backside linebacker. Normally, someone's coming through to get that backside linebacker, but I don't see anybody. I see nobody trying to get the backside linebacker. A lot of times, the center's job is to go out, and he'll either stop the mid mic or keep the back from going the other direction. But he might get right here. I think this guy gets a, let's see, he's right there on the inside of him. Nope, he's directly engaged right here. Will pulls, pushes this guy, and I think the route should have been this way, but we try to cut it back up, and it's just nowhere to go. All right, go to the next play. So again, we're not running a lot of the base stuff. Just the normal traditional, whether it's dive or triple option or your rocket toss. We're running in the new setup, with this A-back split out wide, and we'll go ahead and run this. See, he's coming back, and he ends up stopping. And I do believe he wants to check something. I'm not sure what's about to happen. You can see the defense going to step up right here and put their nose in the hole right there, but they ends up stopping the play. Timeout. Going to run out of time. Try it again. All right, here we go. Same setup. Motion. Back to the inside. Again, it ends up, remember last time I went in this direction? Well, this time it's going back in this direction. You can look, JT's looking down the line. He's definitely reading what's going on. Should he give or shouldn't he give? This guy is being pinched pretty hard right here by the defensive end. And you can see defensive end takes the B back. So good call by JT to pull it. And right here we got a blitzing linebacker. And we do cut him off a little bit, but he's fast getting over that and is able to keep up with JT, gets a hand on him. I can't tell if he could tackle him or not. Sure, it looked like that he could have tackled him from behind. I don't think JT's waiting too long. He's definitely making a decision to run right here. And I can't tell. There's another play or another view, and he's not as close as he looks in the other view. It's really hard to tell. They blow him dead. Anyways, but right here it is. You can see right here, you got PJ Davis after him, and he gets his arm on him right here. See, he's look like he's reaching out to him. He's not quite there. Kind of brushes his arm and falls down. So from that angle, it looked like JT could have went a lot further. And I think that's where Paul Johnson yelled at him. In the next series, if and when we get to it, I think they do another one where they touch him and everybody thinks he's down, but he takes off and he ends up making like 70 yards. All right, 3rd and 8. One play went this direction. I'm not sure really what broke down. JT cut to the inside versus the trying to continue on the outside. Next play goes back in the other direction, gets touched from behind, ends up being blown dead. 3rd and 8. All right, so it's a pass play. Let's see here. What kind of pass blocking do we have? We have Marcus Allen right here doing some blocking right here as B-back. This guy's not rushing in forward. He looks like he's just trying to contain it. Let's see up here up front. We got a blitzing linebacker. Gets picked up real easy right there. You got Divine doing a good job holding this guy. I don't know. I think he probably would have made it by him if it was any longer. But we have some time to throw. It's not an immediate throw. And it looks like it's thrown to right in this area right here, which is right where JT's supposed to throw it. One of the things that I'm wondering, I don't know if the route was right, but if you look, he's looking to the inside, where a lot of times if you're trying to hit that back corner, you're kind of looking over your shoulder right here, so you're trying to keep yourself between you and the cornerback. This one, he looks like he's facing inside right here, and so that might have slowed him down. I don't know if they have some contact going on right here, but he's throwing it to just general area. So is it a bad throw or was it a bad route? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But it was broken up, and yeah, hard to tell. Go for the field goal. All right. We're going to keep on going. We'll do another set of downs. All right, so let's see here. This is our traditional setup. 2 A-backs in the back here. And you got almost what I would call four linebackers, the one safety deep. And right there, it's just going to be, looks like a counter option. So we're going to have, what's this, Brad pulling. Let's see how he does pulling. He engages this guy, but keeps him to the inside. And that's perfectly fine. You know that? He's kind of taking himself out of the play. So he's to the inside. This is going, your two option guys, or your option guy is going to end up being this guy. This guy is the pull. The guy pulls and gets blocked. This becomes your option guy. So let's see what happens here. We got a linebacker right here being blocked by the A-back, which is good. Leaves this option guy open, and he is definitely on the outside right here. He's definitely taken the pitch man, and we end up making some good room, some good amount of yards right here. Blocking going on the outside, and end up make 5 yards. All right, let's keep on going. What else do we see? Traditional setup, what we're used to seeing right here, and it is a triple option. So it looks like to me, and let's see what happens. This guy is definitely pinching down. They are really simulating the pinch this year of this defensive end, just pinching down, just kind of trying to read right here whether it's going to be the B-back or not. And so he pinches down, he's going for the B-back. So let's see what else. This is supposed to be, I do believe this would be your option guy right here. And this would be a guy you'd want to block. You'd want to get this guy to block this guy. Of course, he can't get to him. He's pinched inside. The A-back is actually going to block this guy. So this is supposed to be your pitch read. So we pull it like we're supposed to. Pull it like we're supposed to. He's taken. This is your pitch read. Supposed to pitch. You do a great job. Pitch, and then you make the yards right here. Now, should it have gone to inside, outside? I don't know. Again, I'll have to leave that up to other people. This guy looks like he's shading to the outside, but ends up making some great yards right there. We'll go ahead and look at the next play. All right, here we go. And this is going to be a pass. So play action. Let's see if we get any of these guys to step up on play action. Definitely got this linebacker stepping up, but he's already pulling off. Let's see here. We got the safety here. Is he flying up? Nope, he's not flying up. Got some good cushion from your cornerbacks right here. So I don't know if play action did a whole lot there. So this guy is going to cover this guy. Let's see what happens here. Anything else? Nope. So we're going to throw it. And if you look, there is a seam to get to right here. It's just a little overthrown. I don't know if it's overthrown or if he slows down a little bit. I'm not really sure. But it's definitely going to be on the edge because it's thrown out of bounds right there. All right. 2nd and 10. And the game I was like, run the ball, get some yardage, keep the drive alive, run the ball, and when they least expect it, throw it. We'll look at the blocking a little bit. Let's go back and look see how our second team blocking is going. Good blocking. We got a double team going on here. Got some good blocking here. You know, I do think Brad's going to be really good on that side of the ball for us. We got the B-back right here helping out. Definitely time to throw the ball. All right. 2nd and 10. Traditional offense. Got these 4 linebackers. And looks like he's going to try to sneak up right there. Right before the snap count. And you can see Brad's pulling. Let's see what he pulls, and he takes his guy to the ground. Does a good job right there. And this is going to be a counter option back this way. You can see this A-back right here. It's going to end up taking this linebacker out right there. And this is your pitch read. You know, in this case, I'm not sure. I mean, his shoulders are turned that way. I'm not sure exactly what latitude. You know, plus I'm not on the field. It's a lot of times the angles can be deceiving. You know, is this a pitch? It looks like it should almost. He should like charge this guy, and if the guy takes him, he pitches it. If the guy goes out wider, then he keeps it. But ends up kind of splitting the difference. We make a couple yards on it. But if you look, you pitch it. This guy's blocked. You know, you do have one more guy to beat right here, but you could make some good amount of yards. All right. 3rd and 7. Let's see if it's any better. I would say he's almost taking him. You could charge him and just pitch it right here is what you could do. And I think they would have made out better that way. All right. Let's see what's going on. We're back out. We'll move this back over to this side right here. And let's see what happens. There's no motion. It's just going to be a pass play. This guy right here does a good job. He's kind of throwing his lineman out of the way. Gets by him. I do believe that's Glanton right there. The B-back does step up. Does a decent job of getting in the way of this guy right here. But Glanton's just too fast. Gets in there. Just not enough time to throw the ball and get it away. Get a good idea right here what he's looking at. Definitely pushing that guy to the inside. Kind of hard to see what Glanton is doing. I wish we could see exactly what he did there. Take a step one way and actually go the other way. Does a great job. Speed, getting to him. Leaves his feet early though. Tackles him. All right. 4th and 17. I'm going to punt it. Brad Stewart takes the punt for us. All right, so we're back and we're splitting out the A-back again. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Motion inward. Ends up going to be a triple option back in this direction. So JT's reading down the line right here. If you look, this guy is pinching hard right here. So JT keeps it. So again, they're just trying to disrupt this off tackle. And I really like to see that they're doing, I mean, if you practice against it, you're going to be a lot better when you get in real games. So let's see what happens. Right there, pinching hard. Does he get by? He gets to the linebacker right here, but if the linebacker was going to the outside, it would have been a lot more difficult. Here's your center. Your center is also supposed to drive downfield and try to get to the linebacker. He at least gets to the backside linebacker, and but isn't actually able to slow him down too much. Have the tackle on this side, trying to get to a safety right here. Isn't quite able to make it. So let's see what's going on here. JT makes the good read right here, keeps the ball, because obviously that guy is taken by the defensive end. So let's see what blocking we have. This guy is definitely on the outside. He's definitely taking the pitch man's. The pitch man's out. And you see right here, going to try to make a block right here. Not quite taking them down. Our guys are getting really good about not getting taken down. And then right here, the safety right here. I believe AJ Gray gets a hand on him right here. And if you look right here, these guys think, right here you can see they're slowing down a little. They think it's over. Then they go, oh no, it's not over. So the question is, I think Paul Johnson, I heard yell at the refs for, it's not if you touch him, it's if you think he could be tackled. So the question is AJ Gray slowing down right there, and he could have just wrapped him up? I can't tell. We'll watch this run. You can see you got Brad Stewart right there trying to keep up, trying to keep this guy from getting to JT. He ends up making it over, and I do believe they blow it dead right there because he definitely is tackleable at that point in time. So here we go. We're going to see right here. There's JT. We'll see AJ Gray come from this side right here. Jumps over that guy. Question is his arms are out, completely extended. At this point, is he slowing down? Right there. Could that have been a tackle? You can definitely see right here. They're thinking it's over, but it's not. It keeps on going. Does JT think it's over? Nope. I'm not really sure. Great run by JT. Some great yards. Go ahead. Let's see if they can get it on in the end zone here. All right, so we got this motioning A back again. It's not the traditional setup we're used to seeing, and it's just going to be like a counter B back give. So what you're supposed to have is a pulling guard, and Shamir will be pulling right here. If you look, this linebacker right here is blitzing on in. So we pick up the blitzing linebacker right there. This is who the pulling guard should hit. But Shamar Devine ends up getting caught in some traffic here. And I don't know if he thinks he's supposed to block this guy, maybe gets the guy wrong, or it's just there's just not a lot of room to move right here. Now he's supposed to follow the pulling guard right here, but he ends up, instead of pulling and hitting the right guy, he ends up getting taken right there. So what went wrong? Not quite able to pull. Even if we would have hit this guy right here. The question is, would one of these two guys have been able to make the tackle before? He needs 3 before we would have got anywhere. Really, the defense is everywhere we want to be. They seem to have the plays down pretty good. All right, let's see. We got 2nd and goal. Got that motioning A back again. And this is, instead of a counter, remember JT turned, this is the same exact setup, but instead of JT turning this way and the guard pulling and this guy coming from behind right here, it ends up going back in this direction. Just a basic triple option in this direction. Now, is it a triple? This guy is really, he's not in the mesh. So it doesn't quite look like a triple. So it looks like he's just going to go block that guy. It's like a called option. So I wouldn't call it a triple necessarily. But he does take out the guy right there. Does a great job of hitting him right there. Now let's see here. Who is the option guy? It's one of these two. I would say it's the guy on the outside. This would be the other option guy. So let's see what happens. Traditionally this guy, it would be your like your Mike linebacker, but he doesn't get to him. You see right here, there's no way for him to get to him, and so we're running right into the teeth of the dragon. There's just too many people right here. So we're going to block this guy. This guy is open. I guess that would be this is supposed to be your pitch guy, but basically this linebacker is just not blocked, and so he could pitch it here, but this guy has a chance to take him right there. So really, there's nowhere to go. There's too many people, not enough people blocked. All right. Again, we're back to our traditional setup right here. 3rd and goal. Let's see what this is going to be. I do believe it's going to be a pass. Let's see here. Yep, it's going to be a pass. So watch our pass blocking. Good blocking, good blocking. Good blocking right here. Good blocking. This guy is going to get around them, so he better throw the ball right here, ends up getting around him. Gets a good hand up in the air. I don't think he actually gets a hold of the ball. So let's see where the ball is thrown. The ball is definitely thrown in this corner right here. It's not a back corner. So I'm not sure what route he's supposed to be running. It's kind of hard to tell. Looks like he's running in that direction. And he's supposed to cut back on the inside would be my guess. I just don't know if it's a good or bad route and if the ball is thrown at the right place. But the cornerback is all over him. He ends up tipping it away. Hard to tell. Wish I could have seen the route from a different angle to see exactly what's supposed to be going on. It's definitely a comeback, or it was definitely not throwing to the back corner of the end zone like the first end zone throw was. All right, so I'm going to close that one out right there. Good, bad. There is some good, decent pass protection that I've seen on the first team offense. Saw some good pulling and blocking on the second team offense. It seems like the defense really knows what they're doing. They have their strategy down. They really seem to have a plan. They seem to be at the right place at the right time. We did see a pull go bad on the first team offense, and a couple of times I saw there's just too many people to left unblocked. So someone's not getting to some blocking assignment, or we're not setting up the blocking assignments. What you're used to in a normal game is you're going to run, your dives, and then you're going to run your rocket tosses, and then you're going to throw in your triple option where it could be a dive or a pitch. And once they get going to the dive or the pitch, then you're going to run your counter, and since they're flowing in one direction, you're going to go back in the other direction. In the spring game, you're not getting a lot of that where you're just setting up the next play, setting them up, getting them used to people going in one direction and you go in the other direction. So that's one thing that was missing from this particular spring game. Also, it looks like we're trying out some new formations and some new motions, and I really see what he's going for. You really don't know with in this particular scheme which way they're going to go, because you could do a counter from the motion that they're doing. You can do a counter dive from the motion that they're doing. You can also, from the same motion, you can do basically a rocket toss in the direction of the motion. You can also do a triple option in the direction of the motion. So it's I can see what he's doing. The motion does not give away the direction of the play as possibly in some of the more traditional schemes. Of course, you can always take advantage of people when they start biting on the motion and going in a different direction. All right, so that's it for this particular series. I'll come back and do a part 3 or 4, and hopefully we'll get to the end of the spring game and we can point out some of the things that we've done good and some of the things that we need to improve upon.